Hi guys, welcome back to our Transsiberian railway journey. This is the first stop, Yekaterinburg, the former city of the Tsars. It is where the Romanovs, the last Tsar family, were executed and where the first Russian president, Boris Yeltsin, rose to power. Yekaterinburg is actually the third largest city in all of Russia, and while it may not have the incredible famous views of St. Petersburg and Moscow, it's also pretty nice to explore, and it's more typically Russian. We're somewhere in the middle of Russia right now.
Yeah.
We came here on our Transsiberian railway journey, as you know, part of our big overland trip from Brussels to Beijing. So far Transsiberian has been really cool, and this is our first stop, so we're kind of excited for it.
The city has developed this walking route along the most famous sites of the city.
It's called the Red Line.
Yeah, it's called the Red Line, and they really painted the red line on the sidewalk so you can follow it, and it takes you along some of the most famous things to see here.
Yeah, it's a DIY walking tour for dummies.
Yeah.
And that is what we're going to do today. That is going to take us past the 35 most famous sites of Yekaterinburg, but we're not going to do all of them, just the best ones. And then also enjoy one of the best urban views in all of Russia. So that should be good.
The Red Line starts on the 1905 square, which is the main square in Yekaterinburg, surrounded by some beautiful buildings and by a statue of Lenin. And continues on to the river and this beautiful lake here that's surrounded by one of the next sites, the beautiful cathedral of Yekaterinburg. After less than 500 meters, we've already succeeded to lose the Red Line. It's gone. I think we'll have to retrace.
Really loving this Red Line, and actually Yekaterinburg is really growing on me because I wasn't such a fan of it when we left the hostel. I was like, nah, not sure if this is going to be such a nice city, but they have a lot of beautiful parks, and just look at these fountains. It's really beautiful when you walk along the line, even though yet again I'm seeing a different color line here. There's also a yellow line, yellow, blue, red. This is not the place to be for colorblind people. Naick is actually a little bit colorblind, but you have some kvass stands here in the park. Kvass is like this carbonated drink they make from rye bread actually, and it has a very, very low percentage of alcohol, but it is my favorite drink that I learned to drink on this trip because I really like it. But I do think your level of enjoyment of this little part of the park depends on what side of the fountain that you're on, because this side you stay dry, but on that side you're getting soaked. Which is not necessarily bad, but just good to look out for. The winds are turning. It's colder than the sea, so they're pretty brave.
Let's go. Following that red line, it's a tough job. Somebody's gonna do it. It's that way, Kim. That way. It's not only a touristic route, but it's also an obstacle course. Adventure everywhere.
This building right behind me is the Church on Blood. Why is it called that way? Because the most famous Tsar family in the history of Russia, the Romanovs, who ruled Russia for over 3 centuries, were killed here. Tsar Nicholas II and his family, his wife Alexandra and their 5 children I think they had, were killed here on the night of July 17th, 1918. The Bolsheviks had taken over command of Russia in the wake of the First World War, and the Bolsheviks saw him as an increasing threat.
We're going to see if we can get inside the Church of Blood.
Church on Blood.
And blood. Nobody spilled anything.
Only churches.
I wasn't here yet, so nothing has been spilled.
No shorts allowed, probably also no cleavage allowed, but we're gonna try to see if we can get in anyway. Hopefully not risking any hunting from the Romanovs for trying to do so in a not respectful way, but let's give it a shot. Oh. There's no one checking for sinners at the door. That's good. Let's have a quick look. We weren't allowed to film inside, but we were allowed to go inside. And we did sneak in one shot before they told us, and then we took a few pictures. But it is really impressive on the inside. There are like these elaborate frescoes on the walls, and it's a bit similar to the cathedral that we saw in the Kremlin. But this one is a lot more light and a lot more modern from the inside. And I think the tombs of the Romanovs are downstairs, so definitely worth coming here. And the view isn't bad either.
We have arrived at the Vysotsky Tower. The Vysotsky Tower is the highest building in Russia and the world's more northerly building to reach more than 150 meters. It's going to give us a beautiful view across Yekaterinburg. Waiting for the elevator to go. There it is.
I read that this would be the best view in all of urban Russia, and I can easily imagine that. Because we've been in Moscow and in St. Petersburg, we haven't had a view like this. And it's sunset right now, so it is the perfect moment. What's so funny here, and that is true of almost every place we have been in Russia. When you order something, hardly ever do the waiters or people helping you somewhere else speak English. They almost always speak Russian. Only Russian, that's no problem because you can point on the menu. This menu had also an English edition. When they're finished taking your order, they will reread your entire order to you in Russian, seeking confirmation from you like, duh. And you're like, duh, I think. It's the same everywhere. And when you say English, anglashki, they just look at you and they say the same thing in Russian more slowly and expect you to understand it. There is this, which I have been dying to try ever since we came into Russia. This is salo. It is actually pig fat, pork fat. And it's a delicacy here in Russia. They eat it a lot. It's a typical Russian dish. Apparently, you can keep it for up to a year. Once it's been processed or made. If you leave it in the light too much, it'll get sour. You can't eat it anymore. But then you can use it to make your shoes water resistant. So you can rub it all over your shoes and they'll be good to go in the rain again. And I've been wanting to try it because it's so typical to eat here, and everywhere I came it was like, oh no, we don't have salo at the moment, but right now I'm gonna have me some salo.
I don't think it's very good.
I don't really like it.
For 2 weeks she has been nagging to try salo. She ordered different restaurants, they never had it and said like, oh yeah, we're just out of salo, we don't have it today. Now she's like, oh salo, and I was like,
The texture is not nice and the taste isn't really nice either, but at least I tried it.
now it's my turn to taste this delicacy.
How did you do that?
I don't think it's that bad.
As you may have noticed, we are on the train right now, about to start our 56-hour train ride journey into Siberia.
Yes, into Siberia. Exciting times.
Yeah, Yekaterinburg surprised us a little bit and we did like it quite a lot.
Yeah.
In the end, we had a really good time here, but now it's onwards towards a bit more of nature, hopefully. And looking forward to the train ride. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.